How to stage your home to boost your price. You know, home staging has been around for years, a couple decades anyway. And yet, right around 2007 and 8, when the market tanked, that's when home staging really took off, because there are a bunch of vacant properties, and we need to do everything we could in our power to get the home to stand out in a very crowded marketplace. But ever since about 2018, once the seller's market started to take off, especially in the last 3 years, 2020 to 2023, home staging is pretty much gone, because there's virtual staging, and why would a seller spend thousands of dollars if their home is just going to sell in a day anyway? At least that's the way that most of us have rationalized. I'm standing here at 1737 Rossman in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and this is the property that my wife and I picked up as a flip, and we've been working on it now for about, I would say, four and a half, 5 months, and it's finally getting ready to be put on the market next week. Photographs are happening, and we're just putting on the final touches. You can see the contractors, the ladders are up, and this is really the final push for the work. We decided to stage this one, and I'm going to show you before and after, and then I'm going to give you the final result. The reason why we did, because we rationalized that if we put in, let's say, $3,000 worth of staging, then what you do is you're essentially renting the furniture from the company who does the staging. They bring it in, they place it. So for example, we're here poolside, and we're going to have like a little bistro or some chairs here, okay, right around the pool. We want to give them the feeling of what it's like to live here. So we fly a drone over the property, they're going to see it. It's fully furnished. A beautiful place, even better with furniture. So what if we did that inside, and we will, and the living room that is once empty now has real nice furniture, and somebody can actually see themselves living here. Might we get more showings because buyers fall in love with it online? I think we will. Might we get more offers because people can actually feel what it's going to be like to live here? I think we will. And so this room will be filled. We'll put a dining room table in here. I think they're going to do some small things with the kitchen. The living room is kind of the main area for staging. I'm going to put a mirror up top, or I think even a TV, sofa, and chair. And then upstairs, they're going to put a bed in one of the bedrooms. And even if you're moving up front here, so here's the before, and I'm going to give you the after once it's staged tomorrow. I'll come back and do it again, and I'll piece this video together for you, okay? And then here's the front porch. You can see some final touches on the painting. And then right around here, we're going to put a porch swing or some chairs out front, so that when someone's walking up, they can really appreciate the property. So we're going to go for it. I'm going to come back to you once it's fully staged, so you get a feeling of the before and after. And then when it's all said and done, when the property is closed, I will come back and do a part 2 of this to let you know what the results were, and if I can rationalize, or I can come to a real confident conclusion, let me put it that way, that staging was an integral part of the price being higher, selling in multiple offers. I'm going to then deliver that to my sellers and put together a package for home staging, because I will have proven the concept. And I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you on part 2 once the home is fully staged, and I think you're going to really love it. Okay, we're back. 1737 Rossman. I told you I'd give you the before and after. Now, it's not quite completely staged yet. We still have a little bit of contractor work, but the front certainly is looking a lot better with finished landscaping. The front porch has been stained, and the railings have been painted. The front porch was supposed to have furniture put out here, but because the staining was a little bit wet, they couldn't do it yet, so that's kind of in the backyard, but I wanted to at least bring this part of the video to you. By the way, as an aside, that's the part about the home flipping process that you got to be okay with, which is basically things don't go always as planned, and you have to be willing to pivot and make it work. So this home is going to be, we want it to go on the market this Friday, but the project's not completely done yet. The yard has to be cleaned up. It's still brown. We have to fix that. There's a bunch of stuff over here from the contractors that is still piled up. So it's kind of like the HGTV shows. You kind of get a feel for what that feels like without all the drama. There's less drama. It's just the way it is, okay? So, but here's the house. I'm going to walk you through. I'll show you the areas that we did stage, and we are still going to bring some furniture out front here. And as promised, I'll walk you through each room and show you what that looks like. You saw the living room, what it was like before. Now we have some pieces here. Nice little bench. And they put this on the wall. And of course, now we have the fully staged, I'll try to give you the best I can, living room. They even have a little bit of a, art here. You through and show you what that looks like. Try to give you the best angle. There we go. That's the money shot right there. So as I'm walking through, I'll give you a quick example or a rationale as to why we focus on these rooms. So we're in the living room. This is the 3 key areas for home staging is living room, dining room, kitchen, and a master bedroom. So let's walk into from the living room. I'll turn around. You can see the fireplace, what they've done with that, and then kind of a look back at it. So doesn't it look great? So just night and day, completely different than it did when it was empty. And then you can see they put a nice table and chairs in the dining area, and then a mirror on the wall with a little coffee bar. A little bit of staging in the kitchen, not a lot going on, just a few decorative pieces. And then, of course, the bathroom, they did the same thing there. Let me move out back with you because I started the video off by the pool area. It's not completely done yet. They have some furniture to bring out because this deck was supposed to be stained, and it's not yet. So we're under the gun here. Not to be dramatic, but this all has to happen in the next 48 hours. And it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to because it rained, so that held people off. This area here is going to have some furniture on it. You can see they added some chairs to the back, just kind of making the pool area. Pool looks a little bit green. We got to work on that too. I'm not too happy with the way that looks, but we'll get to that later. Okay, let's go upstairs. I'll show you the master. Once I give you the walkthrough, what I'll do is I'll give you the numbers. I want you to know the return on investment. I mean, the whole point of this is to put money in and to get money out. So if you sell the home for more money, and then the return will be better. That's the return on investment. By the way, the investment for this staging project was right around $2,600. We're going to round that up to $3,000 just for the sake of easy numbers for you, okay? But bathroom, again, little things, just towels and soap. That's probably not the most impressive one to show you, but this one is. So here was an empty bedroom. This is what it looks like when it's completely put together. And that is a huge difference. Now let me show you the empty room. Here's a vacant room. See, looks like without furniture compared to fully furnished. Hopefully you can get a good shot of that. It's a little bit dark, but you get the idea. So we didn't stage every room. We just wanted to give them a sense for what that would look like. Here's another empty room just to give you some perspective. In most flipped projects, they do not stage, in my experience. So I'm liking the way this turns out. So those are the rooms that we staged. Let's talk about the numbers. What's the return on investment for staging? So one thing to know that I didn't know this before, but it's been tracked, that the average showing time increases from a staged property versus a vacant property from 5 minutes for a showing all the way up to 40 minutes. So what that means is that the longer someone spends at a home, the more they're enjoying the experience. It feels better. It feels like home. And I think there's the magic there. So from 5 minutes to 40, whenever we have a showing that the buyers are spending a lot of time, they don't want to leave. They're loving the experience. They want to live there more often than not. So the numbers are this. The average stage home sells for 6% higher than the non-staged property, or the vacant home, or even the home that maybe has some furniture in it, but it's not professionally done like this. This is done just right. So 6%. So what does that mean? If this home is worth $300,000, we're going to list it for $299,999. That means that we can stand to get an extra $18,000 on the sale of this home. Those are great numbers. Now, the investment was $2,600. Round that up is $3,000. So you can see that's a 6-time multiple on that investment. We put the $3,000 in, we get the $18,000 out. We've now increased that. That is just amazing. I was astonished to see not only those numbers and what a great return it is, but also the final result here. And I'll put the link below. The staging job was done by Natalie Kamen at Home Design and Staging. Link below. And then finally, I will give you the final numbers in another video. As we go to market this Friday, this is 1737 Rossman. I wanted to give you a good sense. Home staging, is it worth it? I think ultimately it'll flush out of the numbers. We'll know that at the end of the day with the sales price. Feeling pretty good about it. I think it will work, and I'm excited to share with you what actually happens. If you like this video, make sure spend 2 seconds right now and like it, and then also subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more about how to sell your home for the most amount of money and do it in the shortest amount of time and the least amount of hassle. Come hang out here with us more often. You'll be able to do that by liking this video because the algorithm within YouTube will be adjusted in your favor. Also, share this video with somebody you know that is going to be selling a home and they want to get maximum dollar. Who doesn't, right? Finally, you can find us online at yoderrealestate.com. I look forward to seeing you soon.